What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. Thanks for tuning back in. Hopefully, this is the last one I will be doing a voiceover. I'm going to be filming them soon. I have a new feature coming up as well, based off of my Letterboxd profile. If you don't have Letterboxd, it's basically like Twitter or YouTube. It's a social media community for film geeks, film buffs, wherever you want to call yourself, where you can interact with other film critics, other film fanatics like myself. You can comment on their reviews. You can have chats back and forward about films. You can create lists. So your top 10 best of this, your top 10 worst of that. You can also write your own reviews, tag different tags to hopefully get people to actually read your reviews, follow people, get them to follow you. So what I'm going to be doing is basically going over what I watched this month and just giving small reviews, nothing really in depth. So if it's a TV show or if it's a film. So what I'm currently watching right now, or what I finished watching, is Squid Game. So I'm going to do a quick little review on that. I also just finished Midnight Mass. I'm going to do a little quick review on that. I've started now American Horror Story double feature. I think I'm just onto the second episode right now. Well, finish the second episode right now. So I'm just going to do a quick of what I watched this month. But today we're going to be reviewing the controversial film that is A Clockwork Orange. It's been re-released in 4K in cinemas at the moment. It was a highly controversial film back when it was first released. There was kind of a myth that it was banned, but from doing a small bit of research, it wasn't actually banned. Not in the UK and Ireland. It was not given a full, or maybe not given any sort of real VHS release when it first came out, which is probably why it was really hard to come by on VHS. It was kind of like a video nasty is what it was being portrayed as by the media, causing controversy and outrage for its explicit violence and sexual content. So just give you a briefing on the film if you haven't seen it. Maybe you have. Tell us what you think as well. So Clockwork Orange, as I just mentioned, is a 1971 crime drama set in sort of a dystopian future. It's a beautifully shot and constructed film by the master that is Stanley Kubrick. The cinematography is amazing. The sets are beautiful. The score is amazing too. It stars the brilliant Malcolm McDowell as Alex, who probably gives his greatest performance ever, and is definitely one of the most chilling on-screen performances from any actor ever. Alex is a leader of a gang who rampages through the night, causing mayhem and havoc on innocent people, causing sexual acts, sexual violence. His friends then betray him, and after he is imprisoned, Alex soon learns of an experiment to make criminals better and become better people, and become ill at the sight of violence, or the thoughts of violence or criminal activity, the thoughts of sexual activity, or what society just deems to be wrong. At its heart, basically, Kubrick tries to manipulate the audience into feeling sympathy or empathy for the sadistic Alex. And with Alex himself, you will laugh at Alex. You will find him entertaining, and that sounds a bit odd coming from a sadistic murderer and rapist. But because McDowell is so charming and engaging as Alex, he sings, he dances, he clearly enjoying doing all these violent acts, but yet you can't help but engage and enhance and just become enthralled by Malcolm McDowell's performance as Alex. And as often with a lot of basically Kubrick's films, he pushes the boundaries with human condition. As we watch someone break down psychologically, and yet we gravitate towards these sadistic characters. Characters such as Alex, characters such as Jack from The Shining, characters such as Private Pyle from Full Metal Jacket. He always invokes questions. He always wants the audience to think. And this is what I always find fascinating about Kubrick. Nothing is simple, nothing is straightforward. Yes, these are sadistic characters, but he wants you to. Well, he doesn't. No, sorry, that maybe he doesn't want you to feel sorry or feel empathy, but he doesn't mind asking the question, could you feel sorry? Um, with the Shakespearean dialogue, which is absolutely fantastic throughout the whole film, it engages the audience even more. And along with the wonderful classical music, which Alex actually, throughout the film and after the experiment, becomes ill listening to it. As I said, the set designs are amazing, but all this with Alex's charm, the music, the cinematography, the set design, it almost tries to water down the sexual and brutal violence. And this is done brilliantly by Kubrick and Malcolm McDowell throughout the film. And it really, really wants you to think, after he goes through these experiments, when he is re-released and his life, he doesn't fit straight back into life. He's finding it difficult. He's been replaced at home. His friends who did set him up are now police officers. He is finding life really difficult after his experiments, after he is re-released into the world. Can this sadistic person change? Can we condition him to change? Much like Pavlov with his dog in the psychology experiment with the saliva back in this, I think it was the 50s, maybe. I may be wrong on the year, but it's kind of what they've done with Alex here, with the music, with the sight of a naked woman, with the sound of classical music. They've conditioned him to feel ill and sick, and it really, really is interesting, and it really is thought-provoking. Kubrick, as I mentioned, he doesn't want you to answer the question. He doesn't want to answer the question himself, but he wants us to think about it. He wants us to maybe understand what Alex has gone through. Now, me personally, I didn't feel empathy. I didn't feel sympathy. As Alex is a sadistic killer, he is a murderer. He is a rapist. But with Kubrick, he wants to push the boundaries. He wants you to think about this. And the movie, it runs along smoothly. The violence is, for its time, it is graphic. The sexual violence is hard to watch. Malcolm McDowell is fantastic, as I said. The music is fantastic. The set design is fantastic. The dialogue is it's brilliant. Just how it's poetic. It just glides and flows through each scene, and how Malcolm McDowell portrays his character as Alex with this dialogue it is a sight to behold, and he does grab your attention in every scene he's in. And I don't think it's Kubrick's best piece of work. I rather The Shining, I rather Full Metal Jacket, but I do think this is probably his most thought-provoking one. Well, some may say 2001 is, but I do think this one is probably the most thought-provoking in terms of a humanistic side, in terms of, can we show empathy, can we show sympathy? I don't think we can, but he has the balls to ask the question, and it's a really, really good movie, although not his best. So what I think I'd give for this, I think I'd give this 3.5 beers out of 5. You should check it out. If you've seen it before, tell me what you think. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Am I right? Am I wrong? Any opinions on what Kubrick tried to do with this? And next one, hopefully I should be filming, as I mentioned. So please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think, and I will catch you soon. Peace out.